Hello, I'm Luis Madrid. Hola. I've been for 14 years building software for global companies from Latin America. And in today's episode of Managing the Unmanageable, the art of leading engineers, we're going to talk about what really motivates great programmers. One of the biggest mistakes I see in managers and engineering managers is that they assume that every engineer is motivated by the same things. And I'm talking about money, bonuses, promotions, free lunches, or the latest company perks. But the reality is that software engineers are some of the most individualistic professionals that you will ever manage. After interviewing more than 500 engineers in the last couple of years, trust me, that's been huge. I've been learning what are the elements or the components that actually motivate engineers, and and this is important, what demotivate other engineers. So if you want to build a high performing engineering team, your job isn't to motivate everyone in the same way. It's to understand what motivates each individual person of your team. And for that, we're going to share a couple of principles. So here we go. All right, point number one. Motivation starts before day one. The best managers don't wait until an employee is struggling to figure out what motivates them. They start during the interview process, and that's why it's very important to ask the right questions. I always pay attention to what the candidates naturally get excited about. Some people, for example, are going to talk about hard technical problems, and they're going to get into flow mode and elaborate about the technical aspect of what they are talking. Others probably light up when they are talking about startups or maybe methodologies or organization. Some of them care more about career growth, or others want stability. Maybe they are in a season of their lives where they want that aspect of their life put together. Some others love mentoring and leadership. Others simply want uninterrupted time to build stuff. So if you don't understand what motivates someone before they join your team, you are leading and you are guessing, and leading based on guessing instead of leading based on facts. All right, point number two. Every engineer is different. One of the lessons that I have learned is that there is not a universal reward system. One engineer may dream about becoming a staff engineer, for example, and another maybe just want flexibility. Someone else maybe wants ownership, and another one wants to work with cutting edge technology, just to give you an example. And maybe another engineer in your team just want you to leave them alone so they can build on their own terms. So one of the biggest mistakes that we can make is assuming that everyone's want what you want. And great managers don't project their own motivations to their people, to their teams. They learn what are the aspects that your team's individuals get motivated. Point number three. Feed curiosity but protect focus. One thing that naturally motivates engineers is learning. Yes, engineers love learning. Most developers actually love technology and they get excited about it. They love exploring new tools. They love exploring new frameworks, new AI tools, models, new programming languages. And as leaders, we should encourage that curiosity. But we also have to protect our teams from chasing every shining new toy, every shiny new object that arises in the industry. Not every new technology deserves your team's attention. And part of leadership is knowing when it's time to experiment and when it's time to be focused on delivering value. So let me be clear on this. Innovation is important, but execution always comes first. All right, point number four. Have real one-on-one conversations. I really like this one. One of the most valuable things that you can do as manager is simply ask good questions. Where do you want your career to go? What kind of work gives you energy? What frustrates you? What would make your job more enjoyable, for example? These conversations aren't about performance only or reviews. They are opportunities for you to understand the human behind the engineer. And here is something important. People changes. We're changing. every day and every season. And what motivates someone 2 years ago in another season of their lives might not motivate them today. That's why these conversations, the one-on-ones, should never stop. Point number five, motivation is personal. At the end of the day, there isn't a magic formula that motivates every programmer. Great managers that motivate people with speeches and words only. They motivate people by creating environments where each individual can do the kind of words that matters to them. So this is important. You don't only speak and you make promises, you actually create environments. And when engineers feel challenged, trusted, respected, and understood, motivation become almost automatic, and that's when great teams are built. I'm Luis Madrid. I've been for 14 years in the software industry building software from Latin America for global companies. If this content resonates with you, please follow and share with your team, and I see you in the next chapter. Thank you.